"Well," he said, "I don't know. What's the use of my generalizing? I only know my own case. I like women, but I don't desire them. I like talking to them, but talking to them, though it makes me intimate in one direction, sets me poles apart from them as far as kissing is concerned. So there you are. But don't take me as a general example. Probably I'm a special case. One of the men who like women but don't love women, and even hate them if they force me into a pretense of love or an entangled appearance. But doesn't it make you sad? Why should it? Not a bit. I look at Charlie May and the rest of the men who have affairs. No, I don't envy them a bit. If fate sent me a woman I wanted, well and good. Since I don't know any women I want and never see one, why, I presume I'm cold, and really like some women very much. Do you like me? Very much. And you see, there's no question of kissing between us, is there? None at all, said Connie. But oughtn't there to be? Why, in God's name, I like Clifford, but what would you say if I went and kissed him? But isn't there a difference? Where does it lie, as far as we're concerned? We're all intelligent human beings, and the male and female business is in abeyance, just in abeyance. How would you like me to start acting up like a continental male at this moment and parading the sex thing? I should hate it. Well then, I tell you, if I'm really a male thing at all, I never run across a female of my species, and I don't miss her. I just like women. Who's going to force me into loving or pretending to love them, working up the sex game? No, I'm not. But isn't something wrong? You may feel it. I don't. Yes, I feel something is wrong between men and women. A woman has no glamour for a man anymore. Has a man for a woman? She pondered the other side of the question. Not much, she said truthfully. Then let's leave it all alone and just be decent and simple like proper human beings with one another. Be damned to the artificial sex compulsion. I refuse it. Connie knew he was right, really. Yet it left her feeling so forlorn and stray. Like a chip on a dreary pond, she felt. What was the point of her or anything? It was her youth which rebelled. These men seemed so old and cold. Everything seemed old and cold. And Michaelis let one down so. He was no good. The men didn't want one. They just didn't really want a woman. Even Michaelis didn't. And the bounders who pretended they did and started working the sex game, they were worse than ever. It was just dismal, and one had to put up with it. It was quite true, men had no real glamour for a woman. If you could fool yourself into thinking they had. Even she had fooled herself over Michaelis, that was the best you could do. Meanwhile, you just lived on and there was nothing to it. She understood perfectly well why people had cocktail parties and jazzed and Charleston until they were ready to drop. You had to take it out some way or other, your youth, or it ate you up. But what a ghastly thing, this youth. You felt as old as Methuselah, and yet the thing fizzed somehow and didn't let you be comfortable. A mean sort of life, and no prospect. She almost wished she had gone off with Mick and made her life one long cocktail party and jazz evening. Anyhow, that was better than just mooning yourself into the grave. On one of her bad days, she went out alone to walk in the wood ponderously, heeding nothing, not even noticing where she was. The report of a gun not far off startled and angered her. Then, as she went, she heard voices and recoiled. People. She didn't want people. But her quick ear caught another sound and she roused. It was a child sobbing. At once she attended. Someone was ill-treating a child. She strode, swinging down the wet drive, her sullen resentment uppermost. She felt just prepared to make a scene. Turning the corner, she saw two figures in the drive beyond her. The keeper and a little girl in a purple coat and moleskin cap, crying. "Ah, shut up, the false little bitch,"